Hello everybody, it's the Lawn Gnome and welcome to your April 2020 Funko Pop update. And I actually am going to hold to the statement because it is actually true. This is actually going to be a relatively briefer and much less overwhelming Funko Pop update. It's not necessarily because of the fact that there's just a lot less things to discuss, but it's also because of the fact that unfortunately due to the current situation that we're in, a lot of companies have just slowed down in regards to a lot of things regarding production. However, one of the few things that I will be saying throughout the video is the fact that Funko is just doing everything that they possibly can and truly going above and beyond to just get news out to their fans, put some smiles on people's faces, and with everything basically getting shut down, they are just finding ways to do things as they are just finding ways to just keep moving on and keep progressing and just keep the business going for their company. As far as I'm concerned, they're still one of the most successfully productive companies right now, and it's a shame because of the fact that there's so many horrible things happening in the world of retail and services, but Funko is just making it happen in some crazy, miraculous manner, and we'll get into that a little further when I talk about some of the things I found out in regards to the news. But I'm really excited to talk about all that stuff, but of course, as always, we have to go with some new things on the shelf, so let's see how my collection has been going. So before I get into this collection update, I'm just going to say the following. This was a long time coming. I had been meaning to talk about these two specific pops because the commonality in them both is the fact that they are pop rides. The problem is, I ordered one of these in July of 2019, and it didn't get to my house until March 2020. I don't know what took it so long. I don't know what the cause was, especially considering the fact that I do order from Entertainment Earth, and this specific one was in so many other retail stores, and I'm just glad that it's finally here. So we're going to take a look at that one first. So clearly, we have another Game of Thrones pop to talk about, and I was wondering, after I got the three that I talked about recently, that was going to basically be the end, just because of the fact that the show came to an end. But then when I found out that they were doing a third pop ride featuring the last of the three dragons of Dany's, I was like, oh wow, not only will I get a Jon Snow pop, because I don't have one, but now I'm going to finally get Rhaegal, which is the third of the three dragons. So now I have Icy Viserion with the Night King, I have Dany on Drogon, and now I have Jon on Rhaegal. And first of all, I love these. I think that these pop rides are just fantastic. I love the textures, I love the details, and this one is no different. I just love the expression on Rhaegal's face. I love the scaly feel of his back and his tail, and I love the pattern on his leathery wings. And one of the few things that I do like about this specific Funko Pop is the fact that they still stuck with what they did originally when pop rides were being made, because now you can't take them off of the rides, but at least with these, you can. He's a little difficult to take off, which is why I had to jump cut the video, but yet Jon Snow comes off of Rhaegal, and I do love the details on his face. He has those battle scars. He's also got the bun in the back of his head, just like he did in the last season, as well as his cloak with the fur on the rims, and I just love the fact that he's got this nervous face because he's not used to flying on dragons, and so the fact that he is scared to death about riding a dragon is really funny, and you can definitely tell that he's got his grip a little bit tighter than the other ones do. But now I want to talk about a Funko Pop ride that I had been begging for ever since I first started collecting back in 2013, and that of course is Speed Racer in the Mach 5. I was not a religious watcher of the original anime, but I do love the Wachowskis' film. It is so underappreciated. It is so different. I love the bright colors, the fast-paced action, and the cast is great too. It really pays homage to the original show. But when I found out that we were finally going to get Speed Racer in the Mach 5, I was just saying, I don't care what it looks like, I'm just going to get it. And this is great. I love the details in the car, of course, the big yellow 5 in the red circle, all the way around. It's even got the Mach 5 license plate, just like in the show. It's got the mirror, it's got all the great detail on the tires. I also love the details on Speed himself. I love how he's cutting the wheel. I love his expression. I love the details of the helmet. And if you do look down in there, you get so many details in the car, the seat, the lever. You've even got his feet down there as well. So many great details attached to it. But I think one of the coolest things about it is the car itself, because if you take a look, the wheels in the front are actually cutting to the left as if he's actually making the left turn. I think that that is just a little extra icing on the cake for this pop, but this is definitely one of my personal favorites in my collection right now. And pop rides, even though I don't have as many as most, whenever there is one that I add to my collection, for me there's just something special about them, and these two are definitely great Funko Pops. So great to finally have all three of the dragons, but even more excited to know that one of my ultimate dreams in the world of Funko Pops finally came true. I even did a video about this many, many years ago, so I'm glad to know that this actually happened. So let's get into all the great news. One of the few things that I've been saying over the last couple of weeks because of the COVID-19 outbreak is the fact that Funko is still just doing what they do best. They are constantly flooding their social media with new products coming to the Funko shop, new products that are coming out into retail, but probably one of the best things that they did was the Emerald City Virtual Con. When I made my last Funko Pop update video, I talked about how exciting the releases were for Emerald City Comic Con, and no sooner than a day or two later did we hear that Emerald City Comic Con was officially going to be postponed until the summer. Let's hope that they don't have to push it out further. But Funko still said, you know what? We're going to still have a good time. Through the power of social media, we are going to do our whole Emerald City Comic Con releasing via virtual, and we are going to still release all of our exclusives that we had planned for Emerald City Comic Con on time for the retailers so you could buy everything you want online. They just truly stepped up their game at this time, and they are still impressing me. The only thing that I'm curious about is, now that they've officially released all of their Emerald City Comic Con exclusives, what are they going to do when the actual con in fact happens? Will they give us new stuff, or will they still give us an opportunity to get all of the ECCC stuff that some of us weren't able to get in the beginning of their initial releases? But Funko, I tip my hat to you. You've really put a little bit of sunshine in everybody's cloudy days in recent times, so thank you. I really appreciate that. Of course, the Funko shop was busy giving us special exclusives, including the newest pop around the world, 2 oversized pops, one special for Easter, and a brand new spastic plastic character that is once again something that was created by some of the fans. They did another one of those contests, and Trader Grimm was the one that won, and now he is officially a Funko Pop. I also have to say that one of my favorites in this group is definitely the Happy Gilmore with the hockey stick golf club, and I'm also really impressed that they made Wally Warheads from the Warheads candy. But yeah, these are all available on the Funko shop now, so if you haven't gotten a chance, please go out there and get them. And another thing that Funko has done, I know that I've been talking about a lot of the new products, but now we've got the Loungefly pins, and you can even get chases. So not only are we going to be able to get a Toy Story line, there's a bunch of others that we're going to be able to collect, including DC Comics and Marvel Comics. True fandoms that people who have been collecting Funko products over the last couple of years truly enjoy. I'm having a feeling that there will be a Game of Thrones line coming out from this little grouping, but it's nice to see another series of products. Once again, they're really blowing up along with the soda can figures, and it's just nice to see that Funko is starting to go beyond the pops, even though I still will collect the pops. This is just a nice thing to see as well. We've also got a whole bunch of t-shirts. We got 2 from Target and 1 from Hot Topic, and they are a Venomized Ghost Rider and Groot and a Mandalorian shirt. We also have a couple of other special exclusives, including one from Fugitive Toys, and we also got a new Patronus from the Wizarding World. This is a pre-order. It's going to be available throughout all of retail like the other ones, and this, of course, is Ron's. But I think the one that I really like is the Walgreens Beta Ray Bill. I like the fact that Beta Ray Bill is coming out, and he's also part of the Marvel 80th anniversary. He's a fan favorite. There are rumors that he's going to be showing up in the next Thor movie, so that would be really cool to see Beta Ray Bill. So let's book all the fans. Let's get them all to know Beta Ray Bill right now. We also have a couple of new Naruto pops, one from Box Lunch and two from Hot Topic, and I really like the one on the bottom left, which is Jiraiya on the Toad. It's a pop ride. It's definitely a very clever one. They're still impressing me with these pop rides, but I'm not a fan of this show. I don't really know much about it. I don't really see myself getting into it, but I know people who do love Naruto and are really excited for these new releases. Hot Topic also gave us some new DC and Marvel pops to enjoy, and one of them that was a really big surprise for me was Kid Flash. Wally West, that's definitely a character that lots of people love. He's also been a big character in recent months in DC Comics. He has had a really big story called Flash Forward. You can get a regular version of him, or you can get the glow-in-the-dark chase. Also, a good glam shot of the Flying Rogue. She came out very recently. I got her. She's on the way to my house as we speak, and I'm so excited to show her off. Hopefully Gambit will get here soon. And also, a big surprise was the new addition to the Diamond Collection, which is usually featured through Hot Topic. It is a sparkly, gold-blooming Deadpool. I'm sure people are going to love that. All four of these Hot Topic exclusives are now available through Hot Topic's website. Of course, we did feature some of these pops last month in regards to all the new releases, but now we've got some truly great glam shots. Here they are, everybody, the cinematic Batman villains, and they all look fantastic. I love the Jack Nicholson Joker. I think that the Two-Face from Tommy Lee Jones and the Jim Carrey Riddler, great too. Oh, these are true fan favorites. I'm not going to be getting these, but I know so many people that will, and one of these actually is a chase, as well as one of them being a specialty series, and it's the Batman and Robin, Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy. We also have two new worlds of anime coming to us. We already knew that The Legend of Korra was coming out, and we also got a new expansion from Soul Eater, and each of these will include an exclusive, one from Hot Topic and one from GameStop. Although I am a little bit curious about what's happening with GameStop because there was an announcement that a lot of their stores will be closing for good, so I'm really hoping that GameStop will manage to stick around after this crisis is done. Also, the show Hunter x Hunter, which I don't really know much about, but they're getting a pop line, and you'll get a couple of comments as well as a Hot Topic exclusive. Please throw your comments in the box below. Let me know a little bit more about this show. Of course, we had a massive influx of pop rock announcements, and we finally got a couple of great glam shots, including Lil Wayne and Salt-N-Pepa, and of course, ZZ Top. And the thing I love so much about it is the fact that the guitars are flocked. Personally, I think it would have been much better if the beards were flocked, but what are you gonna do? But the one that was not announced during the announcements of all of the new releases during the toy fairs was Shawn Mendes. So yes, he's gonna become a pop as well. Also, the show Altered Carbon is getting a pop line, and they're going to be showing up really, really soon. So if you're a fan of the show, I'm sure you're all excited for this one. And also a very popular show, which is Schitt's Creek, which I believe stars Eugene Levy, who is one of my favorite actors, although for me, I would much rather see Eugene Levy show up as a pop of Jim's dad from American Pie. But if you are a fan of this show, you will be able to get pops, and there will be a chase as well. Also, we got two very interesting announcements from Amazon, one that we knew was coming, but one that was something brand new. The third installment of the Avengers Assemble Amazon exclusive set is coming out, and it is Hawkeye. As I mentioned in other videos, I was very much on the fence of collecting these, but now I've decided that I will not. But it looks like Amazon is going to have another exclusive combination set, which is the Star Wars Battle at Echo Base. And the first one that will be coming out is the Wampa, and of course it is part of the 40th anniversary collection of The Empire Strikes Back. So two very interesting assembling sets. Very, very cool that Amazon is doing this, along with Funko. Of course, we knew that there was going to be a pop line coming out based on the brand new Minions movie, The Rise of Gru, and you're going to get a whole bunch of commons, including an FYE glow-in-the-dark exclusive, as well as a 10-inch supersized pop. The movie, I did see the trailer. I sort of was not interested in it, but I gotta say, the more I watch the trailers, the more interested I am in seeing the movie, but who knows when this movie's even going to make it to theaters at this point. We'll see. One of the lines that I knew was coming, but I didn't want to say anything until they officially gave us the glam shots. That is one of my all-time favorite 80s films, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, starring Sean Penn. Yep, that is right. Sean Penn, Phoebe Cates, Judge Reinhold, Jennifer Jason Leigh. Oh my goodness, I am so glad that this is coming out, and I was not really sure which one I was going to get, but then when I saw that they were going to make Mr. Hand with a pizza slice in his hand, that was it. I mean, I could have easily gone for Spicoli holding the pizza as well, but no, definitely Mr. Hand. He is my favorite character in the entire film, and I have such an hankering to watch this movie again. But of course, we got a big surprise. We are now going to be getting a series of WonderCon Funko Pop exclusives for the Anaheim Con. I don't know exactly when this is actually going to be happening, but Funko has already made the announcement that they will do a virtual con if, unfortunately, this does get canceled or pushed back. And we got a nice little grouping of announcements. From Disney, we definitely got some fan favorites. We've got Miguel from Coco, and we also got Cheshire Cat in the teacup. So if you got Alice in the Teacup, which was a Disney theme park exclusive, you can complete your set with the Cheshire Cat. It would be nice to see if they make the Mad Hatter and the March Hare and the Dormouse as well. Maybe also the White Rabbit. We also got another one of those designer Star Wars pops from the FM, and it is a designer Mandalorian. I'm sure that everybody is excited about those, especially if they are collecting them. Also, we got some more Pokemon stuff, and they are flocked. Just like at the last convention, we got the flocked Charmander and Bulbasaur. Now you can get yourselves a flocked Pichu and Eevee. Probably the biggest surprise that I got was the DC pop that they announced at WonderCon, and it of course is Captain Atom. This is a character that I really don't know too much about, but I do always appreciate him. In the Justice League Unlimited series, he did play a role in a couple of episodes, and I did like the way his character was portrayed. I also liked his character in Batman, Superman, Public Enemies. Don't really have many comic books that feature him, but I know that he is a fan favorite amongst DC fans, and I think he looks fantastic in this pop form. We also got some new Good Luck Trolls, and they are rainbow with real hair. Of course, they've also got jewels on their bellies. And to top it off, and no, that is not a pun, we got a new bunch of exclusive soda can figures. This is the brand new craze that is sweeping the nation in terms of people who love Funko, and they are definitely not disappointing. You cannot go into a con without something from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, so there will be 2 of those soda can pops. We've also got a couple of ad icons, which are Fruity Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute. You also got 2 new Masters of the Universe ones, which is Faker and a Gold Skeletor, and we've got Speed Racer. And remember, these do include chases, so you might in fact get lucky if you do get your hands on these. But that is what we got from WonderCon, and it's just so nice, like I said earlier, to know that Funko is still very much alive in this time of crisis, and they are just doing everything that they can to just put their fans at ease. They're even doing these live streams on a daily basis, it seems like, where some of the big names that you see on their YouTube channel just getting on live and chatting it up with each other and just talking about really cool stuff. It's just really nice to see that they're trying to just give us something to smile about. And I'm hoping that Funko just continues to do what they're doing in the coming month, because that's the way it feels like. I think we're going to be sitting in our houses for another month, and maybe a little bit after that until mid-May. I'm still hoping that it will be until mid-May. Hopefully not past June, but I'm just glad to see that there is a company out there that is still very much alive and well and surviving. Thank you very much for sitting down and listening to me talk about Funko Pops, guys. You know how much I love to talk about these things with you, so please put your comments in the box below. Let me know how you're doing. I'm hoping that you and your families are doing well and staying healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.